Hello and welcome to another video on my tutorial YouTube channel. So in the previous video, video number 6, I believe, I spoke about how you can use a JavaScript starter folder to go ahead and practice JavaScript. I already explained, in order to build even a simple project like the Capstone project that I've talked about, you must have at least a basic understanding of JavaScript with some basic understanding of HTML and CSS. So I already discussed the HTML CSS starter. I already discussed one way of practicing JavaScript. This is another way of practicing JavaScript. So I'll be uploading a lot of JavaScript topic specific, like for example, for loop. I'll make a video about that, or objects. I'll make a video about that. So I will be focusing only on JavaScript in a lot of videos. So how would I practice it? Right, so that's what this is about. This is the second way of doing it. Now there are many ways of practicing JavaScript. This is the second way, whichever one you like, or some other way you go for it. But this is something I'll be doing it in my videos, so when I do them, you should know how and why that is happening. So let's get to it. So as always, go ahead and follow me on GitHub, my website, email address, all that stuff. So in this one, so I will be using this extension called, I hope I'm saying it correctly, Quokka. I'm probably saying it wrong, I don't know. So in fact, I wasn't aware of this till a few weeks ago. I was watching this tutorial of this. I was trying to learn advanced React.js for one of my client projects, and then that tutor, he spent a couple of chapters on JavaScript fundamentals. A lot of tutorials do that. They go ahead and even if they're talking about something advanced like the framework React.js or library React.js, they'll still spend a few quick chapters on basics of JavaScript, basics of CSS and stuff like that. I think they're supposed to do it, and they do it. So this tutor was using this extension called Quokka. Now before I saw this extension, I was doing JavaScript practice like I did in video number 6. Okay, so but then I started using it. It's a little bit new for me, so it's taking some time to get used to it, but I do feel the value of doing it this way, and I also still do it the other way that I explained in video number 6, and I think both of them have both of them are equally good. So I figured, okay, I'm doing the series of tutorial videos, might as well include that in my series of videos. So let's go ahead, let's get to it. So first thing is, obviously you need to have VS Code already installed. You want to have the Quokka extension. Again, I hope I'm saying it correctly. So let's do this. So go to VS Code, and then let's go ahead. Not that one, sorry, hold on. Let's go to the folder. There it is. Now here what I want to do is, you have the starter folder from the video number 6, or just go ahead and create a folder on your computer, and then right click and open that in VS Code. In fact, why don't I do that? So let me do one thing, go back, I'll right click, I'll just create a new empty folder for JS practice 1. There you go. I might as well do it, but it will work with the starter folder as well. I'll show both. I'll show both. So empty folder, right click, and then open this in VS Code. So there you go. Now here what I want to do is, I want to go ahead and create a new file. I'm going to call this script.js. That is done. So now what we need to do is, first step is go to extensions and make sure you have the Quokka extension already installed and enabled. Okay, so once that is installed, come back to your file, and there are a couple of ways of activating the extension. So you'll see here on the bottom right corner, I've already got the Quokka extension active. Right now what I want to do is, I want to run this file using that extension. So I'm going to go to view, right, and then command palette, and here I can search for Quokka. You have that, and all I want to do is, I want to say Quokka start on current file. I'm sure there are a lot of other advanced features in this extension. I'm not really worried about that right now. I just want to run this file so I can practice it. I don't have any advanced usage scenario. So I'm going to go ahead and select this, and immediately you can see on the bottom, the output window has launched itself, and something is happening there. And I also have the file on the top. So let's start typing some JavaScript. So I'm going to say console.log, and I will say hello world. Oh, I forgot the dot. Hold on. And there it is. See, you get the output on the bottom, and you also get the output right there here. So there are two places where you can see the output, so you can use whichever one. I find a lot of times I find using both of it. Okay, so let's try a little bit more. I'm gonna say var for the same thing I did in the previous video. So var first number equals 10, and I'm going to say var second number equals 20. Now let's add them up. Now I want to make a sentence out of it, so I'm going to say var sentence 1 is equal to the first number is first number, and the second number is second number. So there you go, that's a variable. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say console.log sentence 1, and I get the output right there on the spot, and I also get the output in the bottom. Another thing I liked about this extension is it has some other features as well. Like, for example, instead of doing console log every time, I could do something like this. So let me do another sentence. So sentence 2 is equal to trying out another way with first number and second number. So now let's say I want to do console log, in which case the output will come in the bottom, but I just want to see what is there in that object. I just want to see what is there in that variable. So what I'll do is I can simply go to the next line. I can simply select that object, and immediately I'll get the output right there. I can even go ahead and put that here, and you'll see here that it shows up here anyway, even though I'm not doing any console.log. So I don't have to keep typing console.log, and also I can simply hover my cursor and see if it has an output and things like that, which is also very, very useful for us to do stuff. So once it has the value, I can go ahead and put the cursor and it'll show me all the values. So there you go. That is really how we can use this extension called Quokka, and it's pretty fast compared to the previous way of doing it, but it does take some getting used to. So that's how you do with an empty folder and a file. Now let's just try the same thing again. So let's go ahead and close this folder. Okay, and I want to come back to the starter folder from the previous video. I'll right click, open this in VS Code, and then I'm going to come here. Now I have the script file again, and all I have to do is go to view, command palette. It's already there. If you can't find it, just search for Quokka, and you'll see an option called Quokka start.js, start on current file. And there's also a shortcut there. We'll try that in a second. So I'm going to use this one, and it's running, and boom, it's working fine. Let's try the shortcut, right? So let's close this file. So the Quokka thing goes away, come back, and I'm going to try the shortcut. So the shortcut is Control K and then S. So I'm going to say Control K. You can see in the bottom, it shows Control K, and then I have to tap yes. Nothing happened. I'm still trying to figure out. Sometimes it doesn't work. And now let me try it again. Control K and then S. No, it's not working. They did say that was a shortcut. Oh, Q. Sorry. Control K, Q. Yes, there you go. I kept pressing yes, I don't know why. So it was Q. So there you go. Let's try that one more time. So let me close this. Script.js, Control K, let go of your hands, okay, and then Q. And wow, there it is. Quokka, is running. So that's all there is to it. Very, very easy way. So that's two ways, this video and the previous video, two ways in which you can go about practicing JavaScript on your computer. So that's what this video is all about, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.